shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning. Join Up Dots. We do business coaching. We do everything to give you the dream life. And this one today is kind of a business coaching one. So if you're out there and you're thinking of starting your own business and you're getting the ideas starting to flood through your brain, then one of the best things you can do is focus in on customers' pain points. Quite simply, the more somebody is in pain, and it doesn't have to be sort of physical pain, it could be situational pain, i.e., get me out of this, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, the quicker the sales will occur. People don't quibble on stuff. I'll give you an example, and I've mentioned this many times on the show. I decided to do a little bit of plumbing under my kitchen sink one evening. It was a Saturday evening, and I severed through a pipe. And so it went from, oh, yeah, I'll do that whenever, to, oh, my God, we got water all over the place. So I turned off the water and then instantly thought, well, I can't leave the house without water. We need water. I better get an emergency plumber in. 3 hours later, I'd spent £600. Yes. Whether he'd screwed me over, he probably did, to be honest, but I didn't really care. I needed it done, and I was happy he was there doing it. And, okay, tell me what I need to pay, and I just pay it. And that's what we mean by finding customers' pain points, because customers don't need to be encouraged to open up their wallets. And we received an email from a guy called Mike Blumfield in Cheshire, who basically asked for more information on this, of how to find a product or service to build a business around a customer pain point. Because, as I say again, if you look at something to sell online that people can take or leave it, then it's a difficult sell. But if you've got something that is either a real trend at the moment, you see these kind of things around at Christmas, when some toy suddenly becomes the need to have thing, then it's quite easy. It's quite easy. Drive the traffic across there and sales will naturally occur. So, identifying a customer pain point. What we're going to do, we're going to break it down to you, so that you can start looking at it and developing a product or service. And you can do these quite easily. You don't actually have to be hugely knowledgeable. You just need to be the one that starts the business and gets somebody else to do it. And by solving a pressing problem, or I suppose a significant challenge that somebody has, you can then create a business with a strong value, and a ready market. They're sort of waiting for you. Okay. Now, first thing that you need to know that urgency is an amazing thing to have in a business. This is something I mentioned at all, but it's a bit silly, but it really emphasizes it. If you suddenly could control oxygen, so every single person on the planet had to pay you a certain amount of money each month, you would be the world's richest person in a couple of hours. In less than a couple of hours, in about 10-15 minutes or whatever, you would just say, you can pay me £1 a month and you can have all the oxygen you want. People will pay it. I'd pay it. Everyone would pay it, because they need that to survive. So if you think of that as the most extreme version and then start working backwards, then it's a great way to have it. So first of all, you need to identify your customer's pain point, okay? And so put a line right across a piece of paper and put pain on one end and pleasure on the other, and we're going to be keeping to the right hand side where the pain is greatest. And start thinking about in your own life things where you are just likely to throw down money really, really quickly. And it might be, for example, emergency home repair, okay, for leaking roofs, broken windows, or smart TV goes wrong, whatever. It could be home cleaning services. Your mum and dad are coming round this weekend and you're thinking, I can't do this, let's get a cleaner in. And they come round and offer rapid response cleaning services. It could be an electrician, plumbing services, locksmith services. Anything that you need it there and then is a great thing to have, okay? And start Googling businesses based around emergencies, and you will come up with things like locksmith and plumbing services and electrical services. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people out there going, well, I don't know anything. I'm not a plumber. I'm not an electrician. When you start building an online business, the idea is to learn how to get to traffic. It's not so much about what you're going to do at the end, because there's people out there that need traffic, they need customers, and it's quite easy to find in a local electrician and say, look, I've got a thriving business with so many customers. Instead of you trying to hunt for customers or getting what you can, I can ram them through to you really quickly. You're going to make on it, I'm going to make on it, and you build the traffic and the website and the marketing, and they actually do the work. And that's what I do with my electric charging business, evchargers.pro. I don't know anything about electrics and stuff, but I do the website and the marketing, and then the guys go out and do it from that side. So don't be panicked by anything out there, but always think about, when are you in a situation where you've got to really get something done quickly? And more often than not, it's when your house needs repair or something's occurring in your life that you need to actually get things done ASAP, or pronto, as they say. So once it takes it away from you, start looking at maybe 3 or 4 of those things and understand your target audience. This is the number one point. To discover an extreme customer pain point, it is crucial to thoroughly understand your target audience, and you need to get customer feedback. You need to engage in conversations with potential customers to really identify their frustrations and their unmet desires, and then look for patterns and common pain points that emerge from these interactions. And you'll start hearing conversations. Generally, it's people moaning. If you're in a situation where somebody goes, oh yeah, that was rubbish, oh, why did that, think about it and think, okay, is that something that I could solve? And then amplify it. If that person's got it, is it something that more people have got it? Is it just a localized thing? Is it a global thing? But try to get as detailed as possible on what your target audience are really needing, okay? And then seek out more extreme pain points, because while identifying the sort of general ones is useful, the extreme pain points offer the greatest opportunities. These are the ones. So look for problems that cause, once again, significant inconvenience or even harm to your target audience. I've got Tinnitus Pro coming out. That is something that really bothered me, and I'm hearing from it time and time again. So that is a pain point that customers are desperate to have solved and are more likely to pay for a solution. So start going online and Googling emergency businesses, 100 biggest needs that people have, extreme pain points for customers. Google is great for providing that information, and it's like mining for gold. You can really sort of go deep into it and find things that you just couldn't have come up with on your own, okay? And then start brainstorming potential solutions, okay? So once you've got that understanding of the pain point, brainstorm how you can actually solve it, and think outside the box and consider approaches that address the problem effectively, but may not be just your thing. Maybe you can't do it. So how are you going to seek input from industry experts, or collaborate with creative thinkers, or or go onto forums and ask questions. Diverse ideas will bring you the true gold. It's very, very difficult with your own experience to sit there and go, okay, yeah, I've got a solution from that, because you only know what you only know. So you need to get other people's points of view. Some of them are going to be stupid, and some of them you're going to go, oh yeah, I've never thought about that. Literally every conversation I have on Join Up Dots, somebody says something and I think, yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. And then once I've got all that, validate the demand. Really know that it's out there before investing a significant amount of money into developing the solution or whatever. Validate the demand. Test your idea with a small group of potential customers, or conduct surveys to gather feedback. You can do this on Google as well. You can do Google surveys and pay for $5 or $10 and find out their willingness to pay for the solution and whether they would find it valuable. This step helps really take away the risk of building a business. And this is the bit that people skip on. They get so excited, they just sort of dive into it. And then you just build your product and continuously improve it, really. It doesn't take a lot to build an online business. As I always say, you just need a home, you need a product, and you need to drive traffic to it. And there's always people out there that are willing to do it. You can go over to Fiverr all the time and people will build your marketing campaigns and your Google ads. I've got a guy that works for me in Serbia called Stefan. I don't do it. I just pay him on a monthly basis and he drives traffic to me. But it's the right traffic. And by identifying that extreme pain point and validating the demand, and you can't lose, really. You can't lose. Do it right. So just to sort of emphasize for Mike, do the work on a piece of paper first of all, and then start googling for things. And I'm going to do it now. I'm just going to type in something. So I just Googled, what did I actually type in? I typed in pain point businesses that sell well. And there's loads of information on here. And the first thing that came up was 9 customer pain points that will help you sell more products. And it breaks it down exactly. And they say not enough time. If somebody's got not enough time in their life, can you provide a solution to help them? And most of the time, that is the stuff that we do at home. People will mow lawns or come round and paint. I used to do a lot of painting in my house. I can't be bothered now. I just say, oh, get Andy round, we'll pay him. And a guy comes round. I have got enough time, but I just can't be bothered. Maybe they haven't got not enough money, or they're feeling like they're not being heard, or there's a frustration with the process. Great ideas are out there waiting for you. You just need to start Googling it and finding out issues and doing your research and then building that business. So Mike, good question on that, but start with your own personal pain points first of all. Think about the things that really piss you off, and you do anything for somebody to take away from you. And then start looking at your friends and neighbours and ask them what the things that really bother them and what's the things that they're happy to pay for. That's a great idea as well. And just start jotting it all down. And then look at it locally. Are there other people doing what you've come up with locally? And if they are, start doing some keyword research, or just sit outside their property and see what's happening. Are customers going in, or are they doing it on the phone? Are they doing it online? And start building your sort of business premise. So Mike, great question on that. Pain points are the easiest things. If you can get a real good pain point which you can then solve, it makes it so much easier. The sales just naturally come to you. And I think most of the really brilliant passive income are the ones that you just sit back and people come across and bang, they put their credit card in and they buy. So so start with that viewpoint first of all. Don't try to start a business that people can take it or leave it. Think about the stuff that people can't do without, and they've got to have it now. And you'll start to find that a lot of the issues that rock businesses are taken away from you. Okay, so very short episode of that Join Up Dots, but I think that's a useful one. Look at the customer's pain points first of all, and if you can solve those really, really quickly, you're up and running. Until next time, I'll see you again. Thanks, Mike. Cheers. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, join up dots, join up dots, join up dots. Join up